As expected, the fourth episode of Ahsoka dropped on Tuesday, and this time, fans got more action than the previous episode. As the episode marks the midpoint of the season, the creators of the show have decided to set the tone for the remainder of the season. In this video, we're diving into episode 4 of Ahsoka, and oh boy, was it a game changer. Spoiler alert, folks, so if you haven't seen it yet, you might want to hit pause and catch up. So, welcome to Star Wars Deconstructed, students of the Force and acolytes of the galaxy. Whether you're a Jedi, Sith, or somewhere in between, join us today as we review the fourth episode of Ahsoka and the fans' reactions and arguments that came with it. Now, in this episode, the first thing we noticed was how episode 4 really stepped up its game compared to the previous week's installment. And you know what we have to thank for that? Yep, you guessed it, those precious extra minutes. Dave Filoni worked his magic, and it made a world of difference. So, what did those extra minutes do for us? Well, they helped bridge the gap between the two episodes, setting the stage for what's to come in the second half of the season, finding none other than the enigmatic Grand Admiral Thrawn, played by the talented Lars Mikkelsen. Episode 4 was titled Fallen Jedi, and it kicks off aboard Ahsoka's trusty ship, where she's joined by Sabine Wren and Huyang, busy repairing the vessel after their recent tussle with Morgan Elsbeth's henchmen. In the midst of repairing the ship, Ahsoka had some valid concerns on her mind. See, if Morgan manages to hop to the other galaxy and reunite with Thrawn, it spells trouble for the entire galaxy. The Empire had only just fallen, and if this heir to the Empire guy makes a comeback, it's a one-way ticket back to deadly conflict town. Ahsoka's not having any of that. So she lays it all out for Sabine. The plan has shifted. She realized that they might already be too late to find the path to Ezra and Thrawn. That means that instead of tracking down Ezra and Thrawn, they might have to destroy anyone else's ability to find them. Here's the kicker. Filoni doesn't hold back. He spills the beans early on. There are no dramatic twists or suspense building here. Ahsoka brings up Sabine's attachment to Ezra, hinting that it might cloud her judgment. She drops a truth bomb that sometimes you've got to put personal feelings aside and do what's right. And from there, it's crystal clear where this episode is headed. Just when you think they're going to have a heart-to-heart, bam! An ambush by some droids and lackeys throw a wrench into the conversation. Now, as Ahsoka and Sabine gear up to hunt down that elusive star map, they've got a heartfelt promise hanging over their heads. Huyang, the wise old chap, insists they stick together because, they're better as a team. They playfully agree to his request, but, well, promises don't always last in the heat of the action. As they venture forth, guess what happens? They bump right into Shin Hati and Marrok, and you can bet that the promise of staying together goes right out the window. As per Ahsoka tradition, we're treated to some lightsaber duels once again, and let us tell you, these battles are top-notch. The choreography is spot on, and the whole cast, along with their stunt doubles, really nail it. However, there's one tiny hiccup. Ahsoka's lightsaber fights don't quite hit the visual sweet spot. Remember how the premiere had those washed-out skylines that made Ahsoka's white lightsabers a bit hard to spot at times? Well, episode 4 doesn't get much better. It's all set in this eerie forest which, while cool, creates a murky backdrop for some seriously impressive fights. First up, we've got Sabine itching for a rematch with Shin Hati despite Huyang's best efforts to prepare her. This time though, it's clear that Baylan has been putting in the hours to train his apprentice. Sabine struggles to gain the upper hand, but it's a blast watching her try to find her unique fighting style. Then, Ahsoka gets a shot at redemption with her episode 1 foe Marrok. But here's the kicker. Marrok seems more eager to throw down this time. Their duel takes a surprising turn when Ahsoka's lightsaber cuts through him, and he literally pops like a balloon. All those wild theories about who he might be, Starkiller, Ezra, well, they just went up in a puff of dark green smoke. Turns out, Marrok might have been something else entirely. Perhaps a creation of Morgan and her Night Sister magic. Yep, that's right, folks. There is no epic reveal, just a mysterious vanishing act. Talk about deflating our theories about this mysterious character. But the action doesn't stop there. Ahsoka has a showdown with Baylan, and it's not just lightsabers clashing, but words too. Baylan taunts Ahsoka about her past and her connection to Anakin Skywalker, and she fires back, accusing him of being forgotten by Anakin. This brief exchange gives us a glimpse into Baylan's motivations and why he's all aboard with Morgan Elsbeth's Thrawn revival plan. Meanwhile, Sabine swoops in during the duel, pulls a fast one on Shin Hati, and snags a star map. But here's where things go south. Sabine's got the map, ready to carry out the plan to destroy it, but Baylan throws a curveball. He sends Ahsoka tumbling over a cliff, and it looks like curtains out for a titular character. Sabine's judgment takes a hit as Baylan dangles the promise of reuniting with Ezra in front of her, and she hands over the map, becoming a hostage herself. It's a roller coaster of emotions and decisions. In the midst of all this chaos, Hera Syndulla attempts to be the rebel hero, calling in X-Wing pilots to stop Morgan Elsbeth's galaxy-hopping plans. but tragedy strikes as one of the pilots meets her end, sealing Hera's fate and adding to the drama. As the episode wraps up, Jason, a new character, joins the Bad Feelings Club in the Star Wars universe, hinting at more turmoil on the horizon. We also got introduced to the mystical world of the World Between Worlds, a concept you might remember from Star Wars Rebels. In this episode of Ahsoka, Dave Filoni introduces us to the intriguing and relatively uncharted territory in Star Wars canon. The World Between Worlds is a mysterious realm, and its capabilities are still shrouded in mystery because it's a relatively new concept in the Star Wars universe, originally crafted in the animated series. Filoni uses this mystical place to pull a surprise move, bringing back none other than Anakin Skywalker when Ahsoka's in dire need. But here's the thing, folks, it doesn't quite hit the emotional mark. Instead of feeling like a well-earned moment, it's more of a cliffhanger, leaving us hanging rather than deepening the emotional stakes of the episode. It's not quite like the gut-punching flashback and epic duel we got in Obi-Wan Kenobi, which brought back Hayden Christensen in a powerful way. Plus, let's talk about Anakin's appearance. It's unsettling, to say the least. He's veering dangerously into the uncanny valley territory, looking more like a strange version of Luke Skywalker's dad than we're used to. One thing that stands out in Fallen Jedi is how the episode often telegraphs what's about to happen, rather than just letting us savor the emotional moments. Foreshadowing can be a beautiful storytelling tool when done right, but here it sometimes feels like Filoni is in a hurry to jump to the next scene. Maybe it's a carryover from writing for shorter form animation and a younger audience, where frequent reminders are the norm, but it does make you wonder if we could get a bit more subtlety in the storytelling. So here are the major talking points from the episode. The first talking point is the World Between Worlds. The introduction of World Between Worlds is a significant development that has fans buzzing. This mysterious and enigmatic concept, previously explored in Star Wars Rebels, raises questions about how it will be used in the Ahsoka series and its potential implications for the broader Star Wars universe. Speculation is running high about whether this could lead to more unexpected character appearances or even reshape established events in the Star Wars timeline. There is also the revelation of Marrok's true nature. Marrok's abrupt transformation into dark green smoke upon his defeat challenges previous fans' theories about his identity. Viewers are left wondering about the true origins and purpose of this character and how his connection to Morgan Elsbeth and Night Sister's magic might factor into the overarching storyline. And yes, there is Anakin's return. The surprise appearance of Anakin Skywalker has ignited discussions about his role in the Ahsoka series. Fans are eager to see how this revelation ties into the broader narrative and whether it signals a deeper connection to the events of the Star Wars galaxy. Speculation abounds regarding the impact of Anakin's presence on Ahsoka's journey. Not all talking points were positive, as some fans mentioned visual challenges. Some viewers have expressed concerns about the visual clarity during Ahsoka's lightsaber battles in the murky forest setting. This topic has prompted conversations about the importance of clear and engaging visuals in the Star Wars franchise and how they contribute to the overall storytelling experience. In conclusion, Ahsoka Episode 4 has left fans with plenty to ponder and discuss. From the introduction of the intriguing World Between Worlds to the unexpected twists surrounding Marrok and Anakin Skywalker, the episode has added new layers to the Ahsoka series and the Star Wars universe as a whole. While some visual challenges and storytelling choices have sparked debates, there's no denying that this episode has set the stage for exciting developments in the episodes to come. As we eagerly await the next episode, the conversations and speculations among fans continue to flourish, and you can join that conversation right now in our comment section. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and watch the next one.